Hey yo, Hungry Heath here for you again, and I got atomic buffalo turds for you. I know they sound funny, but they're so tasty. It's the jalapeno pepper, stuffed with some goat cheese wrapped in bacon, and then I do them in my air fryer. They're one of my favorite snacks. They're so good, and a little bit of heat to them. So yummy. I'm gonna finish smacking on this, and then we're going to show you all how we make them. So let's start with cutting the pepper open. I'm going to cut it long ways. And then we're just going to de-seed it. We'll scoop out all the innards. If you're worried about these being too hot, that's one trick I've tried in the past, is you can soak them overnight in Sprite, and that seems to calm them down. But I just keep the ribs and all the seeds. That gives a clear, open vessel to stuff this with that cheese. And what I usually do, I like this goat cheese from Dapper Goat Farms. It's a local dairy here. And today we're going to use their sun-dried tomatoes and Italian herbs. And I'll just clear off my spoon and just backfill this little trench we made. It's really simple. And then I like to use the cheap bacon, the real thin stuff, because it's more pliable. If you get the good thick bacon, I find that it doesn't really wrap very well. So you just start on one end. It's going to look ugly at first, but then you just wrap them up. Try and double it over as little as possible. Just make it look nice and pretty. And I don't like the way that gap is. See the hole here with my cheese showing through? When we go to cook this, that's all going to ooze out. So I'm going to re-wrap this bacon to make it look a little cleaner, because we want to save all that cheese. Sometimes you just got to wrap them 2 or 3 times in order to get it exactly the way you like it. And that looks a lot better. And that's going to hold all that cheese in there. And then I just take a couple of toothpicks, and this bacon, like, because it's so cheap, starting to already break on me, but I just pin it down with the toothpick to hold it in place. And of course everything wants to fight with me because I'm on camera. And that's it. Set it to the side. Now, a little variant to this I decided I'm going to do. I saw a restaurant we were reviewing for a road trip going on. They do one served with peanut butter. So today I'm going to use this FBomb macadamia nut butter stuff. And I'm going to stuff this pepper with that. So this next one, I'm going to clean my spoon off a little bit. Get it out of my way. And then we'll come back here in a few minutes and show y'all how we did this. So now we got all the peppers cleaned out, ready to go. And I forgot to mention, you want to make sure you leave the stems on these, because it makes a little end cap so you don't lose your filling when you go to wrap it. And just when you go to eat this, you can just either eat it, because I mean it's still the pepper, or you can just pitch it off to the side. So we're going to take the nut butter, and I'm going to fill my little vessels. And this is really liquidy. It's not like a traditional peanut butter. And that's my timer going off, so I got a couple in the fryer right now. We're going to freeze these for 10 minutes so that this solidifies. Because if I was going to try and wrap these, it looks like I'm going to have an extra. If I was to try to wrap these right now with the bacon, I would just lose all of this nut butter. I'm trying to ease it all in. So I'm just going to pop these in the freezer for 10 minutes, and then we'll come back and wrap these with the bacon. I may be able to get, I was hoping maybe I can get another 4th one, but it looks like just 3. That'll be good. So then we'll just put these in a tray, and I'll pop these in the freezer. And we're going to come back and backfill these other ones with the cheese. So now we have all these wrapped. I got them in this Tupperware container, because what we like to do, I do a big batch like this, and then we pop them in the freezer so they're ready anytime you want them. So if you want just 1 or 2 with dinner or whatnot, they're ready to go. And then I like to season them. You can do it with any kind of seasoning, any kind of dry rub will work, but of course I'm kind of partial to my own pork and poultry rub. I think it just works really well with these. So I just do a little generous dose over them. And I always start with them down the downside first, and then that way I can go ahead and flip them, and they're ready for me. That one needs to be a little tighter probably. And these will just go into the freezer just like they are, and they're ready to rock. Yep. You have any? Now, originally I used to do these on my smoker or in the oven, but I found that my air fryer works even better. So we just pop them in here, and I do mine at 390 for 10 minutes. And if they're not quite done, you're going to have to test it off of yours. But if they're not quite done, you can flip them and do them again to finish it up. But now we're just going to wait for those to cook for us. So it's been 30 minutes, and the nut butter is solidified now for us. So we can start wrapping these with the bacon, and then we get them in the fryer and get the chomping. As soon as I get this one finished, I'll pop my glove off. Oh, this bacon's falling apart on me. Probably should have thawed out a few more pieces. This will be just... This one won't be for the magazine cover. That'll just be for us to eat. Won't be as pretty. But I'll go ahead and season these up. And then we'll get them in the fryer. So now I got the fryer loaded up. Once again, we're going to do 390 and then set it for 10 minutes. And then I'll come back and y'all can watch me eat. Look how good these turned out. Let's dive in here and try one of these nut butter jalapenos. Look at that. That is so good. I would have thought that peanut butter, bacon, and jalapeno would be good with that. I think the only thing to make this better maybe some banana. So good.